As many people have already noticed, there is a tremendous heat wave going through the Midwest that's causing a great deal of shortage in corn production. Not to mention there's also a drought exacerbating the situation in the United States. Corn futures are already up 22 cents a bushel, and everybody's expecting the price of corn to raise to a great deal next year. Now this is a serious problem, as this does massively affect the entire food system inside the United States, as corn is used for a lot of it. It's used as sweeteners in soda, filler in meat, primary food stock for beef and pork farms. Now, according to the Scientific American, there's also a big problem with there will be more bugs, insects, and spider populations are expected to increase as the situation does seem to get worse. Although with all of this happening and with its direct effect on the market, these same forces continue to deny the existence of global warming. There is no global increase in temperature, despite the fact that even Bill Nye himself, for whatever that's worth to any individual, says we've had the record number of hot summers in the last 15 years. So there's more and more proof is coming out every day that we are getting that the planet is getting hotter and hotter. And now here it is, the profit motive forces that are seeking to cover up the fact that global warming is happening is now directly affecting their interests in agriculture, and they will still continue to do it. Now, here's where the global class structure comes in. The majority of the food in the world, even the majority of the food in the United States, is grown in the third world. And that's an undisputed fact. Now it's the third world who are going to suffer from this the most. I'll tell you why. Food, like everything else in capitalism, goes to whoever has the most money. We in the first world have the most money. Thus, that's why so much food gets wasted in our countries while people in these countries starve. Now, every day, these people go out and work into the fields to grow that food that we eat. Land that quite often they used to own, and then large companies have come in and just outright stolen the land, much in Mexico, India, and other places like that. Now, when the shortage of food globally begins, who do you think it is that's going to suffer? It's going to be the third world. I mean, we'll have increases in the cost of our food, but they're the ones who are going to starve. They are the ones that are going to go hungry, not us. And one day they're sitting there and working in that field, and they're going to realize we are making the food that's going to the first world while we're starving. Why are we starving when we're the ones who make the food? They're going to realize that one day. And that realization is going to make them very, very angry. And that's going to be devastating for us. One day, they're going to get how that system works. And they're going to overthrow that landlord that's controlling them and deciding where the food goes, in his own personal hand in the market forces that do what it does. They're going to overthrow him. They're going to take back those farms. I mean, people say, oh, that's not likely. Wait until they're starving. You want to see someone who's desperate? See someone who's starving. They will take those farms back, and they will use it to feed themselves. And it's us that are going to be in a shortage of food. Because they're not going to tolerate this forever. Because, yeah, those landlords are going to have the government send in police forces and military to force the peasants into working and making that food. But they're only going to be able to do it for so long. Those people are only going to starve for so long before they say enough. They take back that land and they start feeding themselves, and we get a shortage of food. Because the first world doesn't produce anywhere near the amount of food necessary to feed itself. We are the ones that are going to start suffering one day. And because of all of this, we are going to pay. And quite frankly, for what we've done to the third world for the past 50 to 100 years, we've got it coming to us.